Yo, what's up guys? So we're going to be taking a look at some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And why is that frog picking its nose? Is that really their artwork for that? Plus, I guess they're giving new support for Winged Dragon of Frog. Like, I mean, that's cool. I wanted the God cards to actually be viable. But anyways, I got to check out this frog card. Please no more Totally Awesome, man. Is it another Totally Awesome deck? That's the real question. But anyways, let's check it out. So his name is Double Cross Frog. It's level 2 Aqua effect monster, 100 attack, 2,000 defense points. It says it cannot be used for material of fusion, exceed, synchro, or link summon. If this card is normal flip summon, it changes to defense position. Once per turn, if this card is in face-up defense position, you can turn one monster your opponent controls in a main monster zone. Switch control of this card to your opponent's main monster zone next to the targeted monster. Then, if your opponent has exactly 2 double cross frogs in the main monster and take control of all monsters your opponent controls in the zones between them. Alright, that's very, very interesting. So basically you want to get these on the side and then you... that's... good luck! I mean... Is that viable? I just think it's not... no, dude, that frog support is so... I mean, it is level 2, but, like, you can't use it for anything. Like, they're literally like, yeah, we want... Dude, good luck is all I can say with this. But, I just think it's too bad. Because it's one turn, this card has to be in face-up defense position. So you can't just set it. Unless it gets set, and then it gets attacked. The next turn, because it's not a quick effect... gosh. Maybe there's some combo with it. Someone let me know. I just don't think that this frog support is really what I was looking forward to. But it is level 2 and it's Aqua, so maybe there's more stuff. Hold on. Let's say that this card is impossible to pull off. It's going to be maybe there for the memes. But anyways, next up we have Zorias the Magic Crystal. Is that like a Crystal Beast Dragon? Anyways, it's a level 6 Dark Dragon Effect monster, 2200 attack, 1200 defense points. It says you can only use this card's name effect once per turn. The first effect says if this card is in your hand or graveyard, if a spell / trap card you control leaves the field by the opponent's card and is sent to the graveyard or banished, basically anything, you can spell summon this card. Then you get to set one spell or trap card to your field from your banished cards or your graveyard. If this card was spell summoned this way, banish it when it leaves the field. What? This card is insane. Hand or graveyard. Wait, if you just have Iron Wall, you can set a spell track card to your field from your banished cards or your graveyard. Does anyone else think this card is insane? Like, Imperial Iron Wall with this. Okay, these cards are getting pretty good. This is getting kind of cool. Alright, next up we have Obli Mirage, the Elemental Lord. Okay, I guess they're getting more support. So it's a level 8 Dark Fiend Special Summon Effect Monster. A level 8, 2800 attack, 2200 defense points. Says cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by having exactly 5 dark monsters in your graveyard. You can only use this card's name first effect once per turn. The first effect says if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. That's insane. That's basically, isn't that Witch or Sangan effect? One of those. But that's really good. And then if this face-up card leaves the field, skip the battle phase for next turn. That is really cool for the Elemental Lord. Just being able to search out any of the smaller monsters. Plus, that's like any of the... Isn't that every hand trap in the game, pretty much? It doesn't even have to be an Elemental Saber. That's insane. That card is great. Just search Ghost Ogre. I like it, though. It's definitely decent. It does require 5, and, like, I guess any deck can run it, right? Obviously, this deck is going to be able to convert those elements in the graveyard. I think that a lot of decks can just run this. It just searches you out any hand trap. That's good. It's so good. I don't know. Maybe there might be some cheese way to, like, utilize it in some other obscure decks, but I think it's a viable card for sure. Next up, though, we got some more World Legacy support. This is World Legacy Survival. Normal spell card says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Activate the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 excavated crawler monster or World Legacy card to your hand. Also send the other cards to the graveyard. If there were no excavated crawler or World Legacy card, or as probably cards, shuffle all the excavated cards into the deck. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for link monsters. Okay. I don't know. It's like RNG mechanics. It's not like a continuous, like once per turn. I don't know if people will run it. Next up, we got Crossbreed. It's a normal spell card that says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Banish 2 monsters face it from your field or your hand whose original and type and attribute are the same but with different names to add 1 monster from your deck to your hand, whose original type and attribute are the same as those monsters, but with a different name. That's actually a pretty cool card. That can be used in a lot of different decks. Gosh, this opens up the door for like a lot of stuff. But it has to be from your hand or field. That's the one problem I have. It was banished 2 from the graveyard. Maybe it'd be too good. I don't know. I don't know what deck could really make use of it, but there's a lot of decks that might be able to really utilize this card. It seems like it has some potential. Next up, we have the Deep Grave. Normal trap colors says target one monster in either graveyard during your next standby phase. Special summon that monster from your graveyard to your field. Wait, what? I mean, yeah, it is either graveyard, but like during your next standby phase, too slow. I would rather just run like back to the front lines, you know. Dealer destroyed. Normal trap card. Both players shuffle their decks, and if they do, they draw 1 card. Then each player discards 1 card. Cheesy card. Does this work with like some of like the Dark Worlds? I don't know, interesting card. Maybe with appropriate. I don't know. There might be a lot of other obscure cards that it can work with. More of a cheese card than anything, but they keep on supporting random stuff sometimes with the dice and stuff. Anyways, Seer's Passbook and a normal spell card says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Banish top 3 cards of your deck face down during your 3rd standby phase. After activating this card, add the 3 banished cards. What the heck? I know it's long. Alright, hold on. Holy crap. That's like draw 3. You do have to wait. Dude, this card is insane. That's better than Potter Green. You do have to wait. I mean, okay, hold on. There are cards that do like change the phases, right? However, it's your 3rd standby phase. That is quite a bit of time. At the moment, I don't think there's a really good stall deck. But if you're dude, this is about to get really, really annoying. This is going to be a stupid card to run into with specific decks that are like Threatening Roar, Wabaku, Battle Fader. You know, those kind of cheesy, like these kind of cards are the cheese that people usually don't like. There was a self-destruct button deck at one point, and it did top before you guys say that, oh, this is a cheesy deck. I mean, Final Countdown, it was probably one of the most successful cheesy decks, and it did top multiple times at different, large-scale tournaments. Yeah, Tyler Tabman, I think, was the guy that, last time, that it was, like, a relevant deck. But, anyways, this, like I said, like, even though you do have to wait, there's so many people that will try this out. Good luck if you're playing against this deck. I would not want to play, like, a 1-day a piece, and, like, oh, man, annoying deck. Okay, next up we have Vorticular... What the heck is that thing? Oh, it's got, like, one of those, I think it's one of those, what is it, like a Tommy gun? And on top of it, I think it's part of, like, the Borealo Dragons and, maybe for that archetype. But anyways, Link 3 Dark Dragon, Link Effect Monster, 1000 attack, left, right, and bottom. Requires 3 Dark Dragon monsters. Good luck. Alright, and it better have a good effect. Can only use this card's name, effect once per turn. If this card is spell summoned, you draw a card. Okay. During the turn you apply this effect, unused monster zone this card points to cannot be used. Oh, okay. I don't know how this is going to be good. But anyways, Magical Lab. Continuous spell card says, each time I face a mythical beast, pendulum monster you control is destroyed without a card effect, place 2 spell counters on this card. Once per turn, you remove any number of spell counters from your field. Add 1 monster from your hand that you can place a spell counter on it, whose level is the same as the number of spell counters you removed from your deck. Or that is a pendulum monster face up in your action deck. If this card on the field will destroy a card effect, that's an insanely good card because it gets double spell counters. That's actually pretty big for a lot of spell counter decks. Although that deck, I mean, I've seen it see some play. Like it's not like that bad of a deck. Anyways, next up, Reverse of the World. Quick play spell card says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Which will summon a Ruined Queen of Oblivion or Demise King of Iron from your hand or deck by tributing ritual monster from your hand whose combined levels equal. Okay, mediocre. It is a quick play. It's kind of strange because, like, Demise King, you want to activate its effect during your turn. I guess you could set it, surprise factor, next turn it goes in. Not strongest thing. Shield Handler, though. Neural Chakra says, when card or effect that would destroy a monster on the field is activated, target a linked monster on each side of the field. Negate the effects of the targeted monster your opponent controls, and if you do, equip this card to the targeted monster you control. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Why wouldn't you just run something that makes it immune to destruction? I don't know. 0 extra link. Continuous spell card. Activate this card by targeting a linked monster you control who's co-linked with the linked monster in the extra zone. The targeted the target gains 800 attack for each link monster on the field. If the target is used for a material for a link summon, link monster's link summon, that link monster gains attack equal to the attack gain of this card's first effect until the end of the turn. At the end of the damage calculation in which that target attack destroys this card, probably a card no one's going to really use. Is it? Oh, I thought it was the equip card. But it does target one. I don't know. Anyways, Riplodocus, a new dinosaur. Oh, wait, they're dinosaur links now? Link to Earth, dinosaur link effect monster. Links are top and bottom. Requires 2 monsters. You can only use this effect of this effect once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. Declare 1 monster attribute face up monsters. Point 2 become a declared attribute until the end of the turn. Declare 1 monster attribute. Monsters become declared attributes. So it lets you convert attributes or types. I don't know if people will be using it. If there's any cool combos with it, I would love to see. I mean, send me in those replays at AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But I don't know. Dang, there's just so many new cards. We still got more cards, guys. Wow, dude, we're hitting that 10-minute ad rev. Anyways, Mekk-Knight Morningstar. Link to Machine Link Effect Monster. 2000 attack, bottom left, bottom right. Materials are 2 monsters, including a Mekk-Knight monster. You can only use this card's name first effect once per turn. The first effect says if it's link summoned, discard a Mekk-Knight monster or a World Legacy card to add 1 World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. Second effect says, while this card is in the monster zone, Mekk-Knight monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle with monsters in a different column from them, and you take no battle damage from those battles. That's actually really good, because that makes it so like they're forced to play in other zones, but it really lets you kind of control them, because that makes it so they have to summon it right there, and obviously that's kind of how the Mekk-Knight archetype works. That's cool. Next up we have Psycho Ace. Oh, it reminds me of, what is it, Psychic Commander. It's probably Psychic Ace is the name, but anyways, level 2 Dark Psychic Effect Monster, 1000 attack, 0 defense. This card is true to the monster and target 1 card on the field to destroy it. Oh, I don't really know what they're trying to do with that card, but anyways, next up we have High Cupid. Level 1 Light Fairy Effect Monster. You can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. You can, as a first effect, send up to 3 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard and increase this card's level by the number of cards sent. This card is destroyed by your opponent sent to the graveyard, gain 1500 life points. It's got a random integer, but I'm trying to figure out combos with this. Why was this card made? Like, it doesn't. It should have been like a card trooper with like Bow Girl. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Like gain life points. I don't know. Maybe there's a combo with it. Next up we have it's probably not. Is it really gonna call 4K Media? It's probably just called Goki Double Team. But anyways, Earth Warrior, level 5. 1700 attack. This card is sent to the graveyard as link material for a Goki Link monster. You can activate this effect. That monster gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. Second effect is during your main phase, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish the card from your target Goki spell, shuffle it into the deck. Okay. Anyways, next up we have a Metaphys Decoy Dragon. I didn't even know that Decoy Dragon was like 1 card. I don't think it's an archetype, but Metaphys is definitely an archetype. I guess they're supporting it. Anyways, they got pendulums now. Level 2 Light Warm Pendulum Effect Monster. The pendulum scale is 1. The attack and defense are 300 attack, 200 defense points. You can only use this card's name's pendulum effect once per turn. First effect says when a monster you control is targeted for an attack turn, a Metaphys monster you have that is banished from your graveyard, banish this card. If you do, special summon that target in attack position. Monster effect is you can only use the card's first and second monster effects once per turn each. The first effect says when a monster you control is targeted for an attack, you get to target one of your Metaphys monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, banish this card from the field, and if you do, special summon that target in attack position. Second effect says if this card is banished during the combat phase of the next turn, you can special summon this banished card. That's actually a pretty decent card. Well, maybe they got more pendulum stuff coming out. But next up we got Majindu, level 3, Dark Fiend Flip Effect Monster. 0 attack, 2000 defense points. You can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. First effect says if this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can special summon this card in face down defense position. It's a flip effect. It says you can send 1 Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard. You know what it looks like? It almost reminds me of Ghost Tricks. But then also technically it works with Burning Abyss. It happens to be level 3. But at the end of the day, like, it has to be from the hand. If it was from the field, it'd be so much better. It does have decent defense stats, but like at the end of the day, like setting monsters, who's setting monsters, alright? Probably no one. Probably someone that's not going to be doing so hot unless they're playing, like, I don't know, Crawler's just like the flip archetype, but like, how often have you guys seen Crawlers win? I covered it. It's not the worst deck But like, the setting is just like bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2018 for the most part. Anyways, next up we got Cosmo Brain. So it's a level 7 Dark Spellcaster special summon effect monster, attack of 1500, defense of 2450. So good luck with math with this card. But anyways, copy normal summoner set must be first special summon from the hand by sending one non-effect monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard. You can only use this card's name second effect once per turn. So the first effect is gains attack equal to the level of the monster sent to special summon times 200. So, what is the highest level vanilla monster in the game? Just, maybe we can figure out this. So I'm going to go monster. We'll go to normal. I think it goes, is this the highest? Let's go to level. Let me go, is there a level 9? I think 8 might actually, there's no level 10, right? Oops, level 19. I think the highest one, guys, is actually going to be a level 8 normal monster. So anyways, that looks like it's going to be the highest one. So at most, you can make it gain 1600 attack, which is still 3100. But the second effect says you contribute an effect monster you control to special one normal monster from your hand or deck. Okay, well, that makes it much, much better. You could use ooh, that's actually a pretty spicy card because it's really easy to summon. Because it's face up from your side of the field or the graveyard. So if I had one like that's previously in there, yo, you can play this on Heretic Dragons and then bring back. If this second effect, guys, if only this was from the graveyard, this card would have been so good with the second effect where you attribute an effect monster you control. That would have been so good. Because after like the red eyes, like Heretics like doesn't have the effect, you could just like use it as like tribute fodder and then sort. Oh gosh. There could have been so much more potential with this card, but unfortunately they already knew it. I don't know. I think this card has a lot of potential. But we got another last card over here. So I believe this is just one. Okay, so America Event. Oh wait, is this Duel Links only? Where is it? Oh, it says the attack and defense of Winged Dragon Wall will be equal to the combined attack and defense of the monsters used to tribute summon it. I want to say this is this a Duel Link card? Can someone tell me, is this a Duel Link card or not? I really don't know. It doesn't look like a Duel Links card. Yeah, why is this support so bad? Can you make the Egyptian God cards playable, please? Just like slightly. Don't even have to be like tier 1. But I don't know. But man, there's a lot of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, guys. Let me know what you guys think of them, and if you guys end up getting some cool gameplay. Like I said, I always like seeing what you guys showcase off in the community. Feel free to go ahead and send in the replay files on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, or I guess Dueling Book when they add them later on. I want to see what you guys build. Like I said, I think that there are a lot of decent little cards over here. I think this card is definitely going to be great. This card is going to be annoying. You get to add 3 cards. That is crazy. Like I said, it's mostly just for cheese, but that is an insanely good cheese card. Really good stuff indeed. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed checking out the new cards. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards as soon as they get announced. Thanks for watching, and I am signing out.